Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a botanically brewed dandelion and bird dog, very carbonated indeed. So welcome back to the game, and in the previous episode, apart from making an obscene amount of money by selling logs and exporting power, we also managed to start building down the bottom, and this is adding in, well, at the moment, another 5 cells, and also we've got the rest of it planned. So in this episode, we're going to finish this off, basically. This prison should be finished off. That includes the additional 3 cells. Let me just force open that door, and yeah, well, like I say, we'll do these 3 cells, we'll put in the proper patrols, we're going to put in obviously some flooring around here, and then obviously we need to have a look and see what we need to do for the inevitable expansion. I say inevitable, I think it is going to be inevitable actually. I mean, we could leave it there, but it seems like, well, this seems to be working, why not continue on and get some more prisoners? But we'll see how we get on in this and subsequent episodes. We do have some prisoners arrival here. Let's just go to intelligence and informants, and oh look, there's loads of legendary prisoners. What a surprise. And they're all going to come down to here. I'm just going to lock open the doors simply because at the moment some of them are not wired up and some of them are not not wired and some of them don't have power, so even if they were wired up it wouldn't function. So we're just going to go through and set all of these on. Some of them are actually done anyway, and there's some more doors coming in, which is fine. That's going to go on the northern door, and we'll have to lock that open, otherwise this worker will be, well, they'll be trapped out, basically. Sorry, locked in. Yeah, they won't be able to get out of that one. So, we do need to put in, obviously, the utilities. So we need to put in the wiring. We need to put in the plumbing as well for the toilet and the shower and that sort of thing. Let's lock that door open, which is fine. I think most of the door servos are actually in, so we could probably go ahead and add in the wiring. So over to connections here and to the door control system, the new one that we've added. And there's all 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's actually it. Obviously, we do need to also wire up some of these, and most of the pressure plates are installed. Yep, there we go. That's also done. I guess we'll also, while we're here, go to the phone tap, and I can connect up 2 of the 4 phone taps that we need. Okay, fine. You can see people are being escorted over here. I'm just going to double check the deployment to make sure it is correct, and it does seem to be set correctly, which is always handy. Good, good, good. We do need to put in some PA systems and things like that. Some of the stuff hasn't cloned, like, for example, the pillow on the beds hasn't cloned. I think everything else pretty much has. The barbed wire is cloned, which is surprising. The bird has the canvas and prints. This is also in the right orientation as well. The TV. So overall, then, that's pretty good. Danger level is going up. I'm not too sure why. Excuse me. And this guy is... he seems to be smashing up the shower heads. However, our armed guards are having none of it, and they are shooting through the bars. Yeah, and they've surrendered. They've put their hands up there. Again, that's one of the reasons why we have these barred walls. Let's have a look at the rank here, see if there's anyone that can level up. So there's a guy who can go to an officer, rank again. Now we're just going to go through, and we can have another officer there, and job done. We have got obviously different types of dogs here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of dogs, including a cat, dog, cat, and that's a nice little selection. That it's not actually a mutator; it's just in the when you start the build. But yeah, that's pretty good. And oh yeah, that's not the bow tie bandit, is it? No, it's not. But there's still got like some sort of scarf or fancy collar on there. Anyway, back to here and building, and I'm noticing that these doors are locked open. I'm just a bit concerned that these guys might take advantage of that. So hopefully the build can be finished sooner rather than later, and then obviously we can go ahead and put in the power. I'm not going to put in the power yet. I'm actually... no, I won't put the power in yet, but I will go over to PA system, and I'll put in the PA system like so. And that then will give me a better idea of exactly what we need to place and where. Let me just plumb in the toilets as well, and the shower too. And yes, it does use the same pipework. Horrible. And I think we are pretty much okay to close some of these down now. This one is actually working fine. That's interesting. So that is prisoner Scott Piddock, who decided to kick off, and instead of, well, I think they were rioting or escaping, instead of going through the doors that were already locked open, they decided to try and climb over some electrified barbed wire. We didn't say they were the smartest person in the world. Anyway, unpause, and the workers can crack on. For the wiring, I am going to run it similar to how we've done the previous one, so it's going to be like that. And that just means that we just know it's going to work, so that's fine. Run it round, and same thing in here, around, and across, and then down. And I have another water leak. I think the water pipe is bust at least 3 times in this build, and it seems to be the last couple of episodes as well. But anyway, I've repaired that, that's fine. Back over to electrical cables, and we'll run the cable around like so. And then we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one's already in 5. And job done. So once power is supplied to those, this should work. I'm just going to go over to objects and... oh, hang on a second. Oh. Sean Balthazar killed by armed guard with shotgun. That doesn't happen often. Tunnel there. No, obviously not. So, pillow. We want a nice pillow, and I find it funny they have to rotate them to the correct orientation where most of the stuff in game, it just doesn't care. How we're doing here. Oh, we're still waiting for that door to be locked open so they can actually crack on and build the rest of it. Oh, another one. Scott Piddock, killed by guards for being a cop killer. Danger level is increasing. I mean, that's sort of obvious, right? However, we should be finished with this meal quantity, low variety and quantity. That's done. So what I'm going to do now, I might as well pick up cell block A, because look at the money. It's ridiculous. Alright, well, what I'm going to do, for policy, I'm going to switch this to high and high. Now, obviously, that's going to change it from, what was it again? It was 9 generic units of currency per meal to 135. So that's going to massively increase our food bill, but I'm fairly confident we can take that hit, right? How are we doing for electrical cables? Looks like some of this was cancelled, probably because the door was closed, so yeah. While I'm in this tab as well, actually I'm going to go to wiring, and I'm going to add in the phone taps, 1 and then 2, and there we go. So I think most of this is set correctly now, so I'm just going to lock these, well, remove the lock open, which obviously by default, these are remote doors, so they're always shut unless they have a door servo, and is that not wired up? That's definitely staffed, so I'm guessing I've just not wired that up correctly. Nope, I have not. 1, 2, and 3. That means that the guy has probably not been fed for the last couple of days, which is why they've probably been kicking off. That person's put the hands up. That person did not. Killed by guards for being a cop killer. There's not much you can really do about that one. How are we doing for power? Power's okay here. There's more shotguns going off as well. It's all happening today. That guy's been healed. That guy's now unconscious. Are they a cop killer? They are not, so they won't be targeted. As for this fence, by the way, this was supposed to be a temporary thing. I don't know how temporary it's going to be, because I don't know in terms of expansion where we're going to go with things. Anyway, let's go ahead, and speaking of expansion, let's just finish this off. So 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to get these done. And let's put in some flooring, shall we? While we are waiting for the other stuff to be completed. So flooring goes to there. I believe flooring just runs up to here. We need to go to the corner piece, and it's the last bit. And then finally, we've got the concrete tiles that run across. And I don't know what I'm going to do across the way in terms of building. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do the same around here. Haven't yet decided. Also, we've only got, well, in planning, we've got a total of, I think it's 12 guard towers. But we've actually only got the 2 guard towers in place. I think that's all we really need. Anyway, night prisoners say they are well treated. Some have serious complaints, which is curious. We'll have to have a look at that in a moment. Free fire is on, yeah, that's fine. Let's have a quick look then. So over to our regime. Needs. Ah, 3 prisoners can't fulfill a sleep need. Why would that be? There is beds, and nice beds at that. There's another incident there. Someone being Paul Wirtz. Looks like they've been healed and now going to be escorted elsewhere. Although they seem to be sort of shaking around a bit. Status suppressed. Well, you would be, wouldn't you? So, this is ordered, and the rest of it back here is ordered as well. In terms of the... Oh, that's just reminding me. Advanced searchlights. Need to put those in. So, let's go over to wiring, and it is the advanced searchlights. Now, I have a feeling they're already facing north, essentially. So, is that the right place for them? Yes, it is. So I'm just going to put some in and see how we get on. I think that's correct. Whether or not it is, well, I had to rotate the other ones around anyway, so we'll probably have to do that. Yeah, we'll see. But obviously, there's lots of other stuff to be placed. Previously, we've put in this statue, which increases suppression. We've put them in both the yard and in the in their cells. It's a bit messy, but it works. It does the job. We've got a couple of things missing from here, which people have pointed out. I just haven't fixed it because there was no real need. We don't use these cells. These offices. I will put the carpet in though, because it is worth it. And for just completion's sake, we're going to go to doors and to staff door 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all set fine. These are now in, and yes, they are facing the wrong way, I believe. I'm just going to wire one up just to see what happens, but I do believe it is the wrong way. So CCTV monitor. 1. Yep, yeah, it's facing the wrong way. Okay. So I've already done one of them, and there we are. It's worth reminding as well that during the early part of the series, we actually started with... Well, we built those and we put in all of the towers and such, and then we had to spend a fair amount of time on just ripping them out and selling them, just because that's the only thing we could do to make money, to then make us more sustainable with the wind solar hybrids and the exports and, well, just the lumber business that we are currently in. But in terms of the work... Or the inmates that we have, I mean, it's probable that I think it's fair to say that we could easily expand. How many's on there? Number of connections. How is there 5 connections? Total number of connections 5. Max number is 8. There's not 5. There's clearly 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless it's classing me holding this like this as a connection. It says there's 9. Okay, so I'll remove that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Unless I had a light somewhere else. There's been another death, but it looks like they've been healed. I think the workers are coming to fix that as well, which is fine. So there might be some doors getting placed on here. Yep, we can see that. So we'll open that door. We'll open that door. Open that door. Similar thing on this side. Looks like they're having trouble accessing. And is that some more shots somewhere? Yep, Paul Roach trying to get out over the barbed wire once again. The electrified barbed wire. And the shotgun guards are having none of it. Right. Is all that deliveries? It is. Okay. Deliveries. I'm going to expand the delivery size to... It doesn't really matter what I expand it to, but if I do that, it means that the guys on the truck can actually take stuff off and put it there, and keep this line going, basically. Keep it going. And... Oh, okay. This is interesting. There's even more deaths. Although I think they've just been healed. And there's another one. Killed by a sniper with a sniper rifle. It is definitely getting a bit more spicy around these parts. And there's another guard being taken out. I wonder why they were congregating around there. And there's the grant. That is the grant for getting up to 15 prisoners. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously we need the money, so I'll pick up the cell block B. We do need the money, of course. Of course we do. Of course we do. As for planning, I'm going to remove some of these sniper positions. I do think here and here would probably be of some benefit. So it is guard tower. Oh, not there. There. And there. And how many staff do we have? We have 4 snipers. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. What about guards? I'm going to get up to 40 guards and another dog handler. I can say danger level is going right up, and now it's high and decreasing. Needs. Yeah, we're looking after needs. I'm guessing a lot of the needs that people have that they can't be fulfilled is because they've been punished. But then they get punished by going in here rather than solitary, so that might not be the case. It definitely feels like setting this up so that we have we don't punish the gang leaders is the way to go than micromanaging at that. So that's brilliant. How are we doing over here for building? We're doing all right. I'm just going to open these remote doors. That door's already open. These ones are open. These ones aren't even installed for some reason. Don't know why they managed to build those ones for the others. Oh, hang on. There we go. There's the doors. We'll lock them all open. And that's a remote door that they're installing too. And we'll lock open that one. And PA system. So PA system 1, 2, and then 3. And I think electrical. Once again, we'll run electrical. Same as before. And the reason we run it around like this is because it then connects up to the electric fence, which you do need to connect up the electric fence directly underneath like that. It needs to run over every part. And there's the PA system. Definitely danger level is higher than it's been for quite a while. I wonder why. Could it be the armed guards in service that is just generally increasing that? Maybe. Maybe. Let's just go back over to water here. And we'll run the water in. 1, 2, and 3. And then wiring. We've got connection, connection, connection. The other door control system. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we can set these back to default. Yeah. Okay. There's that set. Actually, not all wiring is done. I need to go for phone tap. 1, 2, missed that. 2 and 3. So it should be 16. It should say 16. Total number of connections, 16. Yes, that is set correctly. Okay. Well, danger level is high and now decreasing, which is good. Unnecessarily searched recently. Do we really need to search them? Because, I mean, let's have a quick look. Intelligence, the last 7 days. Scissors. Keycard, a stun ban. Like, we hardly find anything. But searching them every time they kick off is just, yeah, a bit of a nightmare. Okay, what I'll do, I'm going to turn off search. Like that. And we're going to say match with minimum, and then for this one, this is different because this is the these are the standard inmates. The other 3 are different categories of the gangs and such. Which, ironically, I've changed the uniforms, but I think if we look at gangs, this guy here, I mean, we don't have a sort of pepperminty type colour uniform, but I mean, we could have definitely changed the jackal bluish purple to a blue uniform. We could actually go and custom colour it now that I think on. Extras, map settings. Yeah, we could. Ooh. Okay, hang on then. Let's have a think about that. So let's just have a look at the colours for this one. That'll be better. So gangs. We've got like a mint green, we've got like a crimson red, and a sort of purple colour. Let's just match up roughly to that. I'm not going to be too extreme over it. So, who have we got at the moment for the colours? So, at the moment, Jackals is in... That is high risk. So extras, map settings, high risk. Change that to at least that blue. Not that one. I think velvet, yes, okay. And that's a bit better, colour-wise. Campaign of amenities, bands, exercise equipment and yards. Okay, fine. So rooms and that. And that. Also, this place is filthy, I realise. It really needs a clean. So we'll get some more staff. Right, back over to what is almost certainly unnecessary. However, it still does make me smile a little bit. So for our medium risk, we have the Vipers, which is this mint-coloured uniform. So medium and sky blue or aqua. Probably aqua. I'm actually thinking that guy. Yeah, we'll stick with that one for now. Or is the steel better? Let's try that. And then by the process of elimination, it's that. Let's see if that looks any better. Intelligence gangs. That matches up perfectly. Good enough. And where's the other gang leader? Where's the other gang leader? Do we have another gang leader? Have they been taken out? Just realised that all them uniforms have changed. Have I messed up that uniform colour? Map settings. Yes, Supermax was... It was that colour. It's swapped. Right, so I'm going to have to go say red for that one. That's why. That'll look fine though, I think. Good enough. Good enough. I mean, we could change our Supermax colour to something else. But, you know what, I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. So that has been a bit of Prison Architect. And indeed, that is, I believe, apart from the odd little bit of fettling aside, I think that's everything set up. The original concept was to get a legendary gang-only facility, this time with a lot more remote access, although some guards did not get the memo. And, yeah, that doggo is probably not going to have a good time of it. The idea is to have armed guards patrolling, able to shoot through these barred walls, remote access with pressure pads and remote door, and the prisoners not interacting with one another. And I believe we've completed that brief. Different to how I thought it would go, and certainly midway through the series, money was the main issue. Now it is literally the thing furthest from my mind in the game. And if we do expand, that is only going to get better because we just expand the forestry. I don't think we need to bother with more wind solar hybrids. But there you go. I think we're going to leave it there for now. That has been a bit of the game. I'm not too sure if we go for an extreme testing initiative. I don't think there's much reason to do that. It's just gonna, yeah. Well, no. I'll have a think about that one. I'm definitely gonna try an escape attempt from this before we go for expansions, and then, well, we'll see how we get on. Either way, hope you have enjoyed the episode, and comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.